One of my most life improving life hacks has been to really meditate on the mantra, good enough is good enough. Good enough is good enough. Good enough is good enough. When I was going to buy a podcasting microphone, I would read every review. I would read everything. I would super over research. But then one review said one thing and the other one kind of contradicted it slightly. Oh, now I have to read 10 more reviews.
Yep.
And I realized spending 3 days on reviewing a podcast microphone wasn't enjoyable for me. I was like, oh God, I'm cornering myself into what if I made the wrong choice? And then when I buy the damn thing, it arrives and I'm like, oh, what if there's something better out there? And at some point I was like, well, actually, yes, I want a good podcasting microphone, but I bet 99% of all the high-end microphones out there that are made for podcasting are good enough for me. And so read one review from a source you trust the source, buy that microphone, takes 5 minutes. And if it turns out you're wrong and it isn't great, well, that sucked. That was $200 wasted, but then read some more reviews and figure it out. 99% of the time, it turns out that first choice was the right choice, or good enough.
Good enough.
Good enough is good enough. And I'm like, and sometimes my standard of good enough isn't other people's standard of good enough. And then they're like, look, what the hell are you doing? But it turns out I'm wired in such a way that most of the time my good enough is somebody else's perfect.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, great.